Welcome, travelers in Russia today. We journey into Russia, a land of immense scale and deep history. Spanning 11 time zones, Russia is the world's largest country, stretching from the Arctic tundra to the Black Sea. Its vastness shapes both the landscape and the Russian character, blending boundless possibility with a sense of isolation. Most of Russia's 145 million people live in the European West, in cities like Moscow and St. Petersburg, vibrant centers where modern life meets centuries-old tradition. Beyond the cities, endless forests, mighty rivers, and quiet villages reveal a slower, rural Russia. Russia is home to over 190 ethnic groups, each adding unique traditions to the national mosaic. This diversity, born from centuries of expansion, is central to Russia's identity. As we explore, remember, Russia is more than headlines or leaders. It's a land of contrasts, resilience, and rich culture. Let's peel back the layers and discover what makes Russia truly unique. To understand Russia, we travel back to the Kievan Rus', where Slavic tribes and Vikings laid its foundation. The adoption of Eastern Orthodox Christianity set Russia apart, shaping its culture and identity. Mongol domination forged a desire for unity, paving the way for Moscow's rise. Ivan the Terrible became the first Tsar, and the Romanovs expanded and modernized Russia. In 1917, the Bolsheviks seized power, ending the Tsarist era and launching the world's first communist state. The Soviet era replaced imperial grandeur with a new ideology, reshaping Russia for decades. Russia's history is forged in conflict, from Mongol invasions to Napoleon's march on Moscow. The 1812 victory over Napoleon, immortalized in War and Peace, became a symbol of Russian resilience. But no event shaped Russia more than World War II, the Great Patriotic War, where the Soviet Union lost 27 million people. This sacrifice is a source of pride and trauma, fueling modern Russia's focus on security and suspicion of foreign powers. The Cold War followed, a tense ideological standoff with the West, marked by arms races and proxy wars. The Soviet collapse in 1991 brought economic chaos and a sense of lost greatness for many Russians. Today, the memory of invasion, sacrifice and humiliation drives Russia's desire to reclaim its status on the world stage. Understanding this legacy is key to understanding Russia's actions and mindset. History here isn't just the past, it's a living force. For most of the 20th century, Russia's economy was centrally planned. No private property, no free market. The state controlled everything, but shortages and inefficiency were rampant. People became resourceful, relying on connections and the black market to get by. The collapse of the Soviet Union in 1991 triggered a chaotic shift to capitalism, bringing hyperinflation and hardship. Today, Russia's economy is a mix. State giants like Gazprom dominate, but a private sector and urban middle class have emerged. The tension between old and new still shapes daily life. After decades of Soviet atheism, Russian Orthodoxy has made a powerful comeback. Churches, once suppressed, now stand at the heart of communities, symbolizing a return to tradition and national identity. Many Russians identify as Orthodox, even if not deeply religious, celebrating holidays and life events in the church. The church's influence extends to family life, promoting traditional values and supporting the government's push for higher birth rates. Family is central. Multi-generational households and strong obligations to elders are common. Weddings blend modern and ancient customs, with rituals like the bread and salt ceremony reinforcing community bonds. These traditions offer stability and continuity in a rapidly changing world. Faith and family remain the pillars of Russian society, anchoring people through uncertainty. In Russia, tradition is not just remembered, it's lived every day. To understand Russia, you must share a meal at a Russian table. The cuisine is hearty and comforting, shaped by long winters and a need for preservation. Soups like borscht and shchi and dumplings like pelmeni are staples, each family boasting its own recipes. Black rye bread and smetana, sour cream are ever present, symbolizing hospitality and tradition. Festive tables overflow with zakuski, appetizers, pickles, and salads, while vodka toasts celebrate friendship and health. Meals are communal, strengthening bonds and reaffirming cultural heritage. Food is more than sustenance. It's an act of connection and pride. In every bite, you taste Russia's history and resilience. Hospitality here is legendary. No guest leaves hungry. In the 21st century, Russia has reasserted itself as a global power. The expansion of NATO and Western influence is seen as a threat, fueling a more assertive foreign policy. Russia claims a sphere of influence over its neighbors, reacting strongly to perceived encroachments. Conflicts in Georgia, Crimea, and Ukraine are framed as defensive measures to protect Russian interests. The 2022 invasion of Ukraine is presented domestically as a stand against the West, resonating with national pride and suspicion. Internationally, Russia wields energy exports and its UN veto as tools of influence. Military interventions, like in Syria, showcase its global reach. For many Russians, this projection of strength restores a sense of national pride despite economic and social costs. Power politics remain central to Russia's identity and worldview. Life in Russia is a study in contrast. In cities like Moscow and St. Petersburg, modernity thrives, global trends, technology, and a rising middle class. But outside the cities, many face economic hardship, aging infrastructure, and limited opportunities. The divide between urban and rural life is stark, shaping attitudes and aspirations. The state maintains tight control over politics and media, fostering patriotism and caution about dissent. Many Russians focus on private life, adapting to a strong government and uncertain times. Yet, resilience, warmth, and a love for culture endure. Literature, music, and the arts are deeply valued. Education and intellectual pursuits are respected, and hospitality is legendary. Beneath a reserved exterior lies humor, loyalty, and generosity. Russia's people are its greatest strength, a complex, enduring tapestry. As our journey ends, we see Russia as a land shaped by history, resilience, and contradiction. Its past, Kievan Rus, Tsars, Soviets, still echoes in its national character and worldview. The economy blends old and new, while faith and tradition anchor daily life. Russia's assertive foreign policy and internal dynamics are rooted in centuries of struggle and adaptation. To understand Russia is to embrace complexity, a nation of artists and autocrats, faith and pragmatism, sacrifice and ambition. By exploring its history, culture, and people, we gain insight into a country that defies easy explanation. Russia's story is a journey worth taking, for it reveals much about our shared world. Please subscribe and share.